Hello again, everybody. Yesterday's card trick video of the day on my website, thecardtrickteacher.com, is an ingenious mentalism card trick performed by Zach Close-Up Magic. He actually does the tutorial. Zach is a winner of one of my contests. He never used to believe in doing tutorials. Now he does what he calls Zachatorials. You guys should check out his channel. He's got some great card tricks and he's doing a lot of tutorials. Zach Close-Up Magic. Check out his channel and subscribe. Now this card trick is self-working and it is brilliant. It will amaze people. Let me show you how the trick is done. I'm not going to actually perform it. I'm just going to teach it to you if you haven't already seen it on my website. What we're going to need are 5 key cards. So our 5 key cards are going to be the 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 of hearts. Now, rather than using the ace through 5, these are easy enough to remember. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 of hearts. And those cards have to start on top of the deck just like that. Now we start the trick off. We can give the cards a shuffle, maintaining those 5 cards right on top of the deck. And we can also give the cards a false cut. And just so it looks like we're mixing up the cards. And now we tell the spectator we're going to deal the cards into 5 piles. Now as long as the first card is the 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, the first 5 cards we deal are our 5 key cards, this trick will work. Then we continue dealing the cards, so we have 5 cards in each of the 5 piles. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to tell each spectator that we'd like them to pick up a pile and memorize 1 card and then shuffle the cards. So spectator number 1 lifts up his pile and says okay, and he wants to memorize the 9 of spades, and he shuffles his pile. And we have him, spectator number 1, write down the 9 of spades. Now, if we're doing it to 1 person, we want them to write the cards down. If we're doing the trick to 5 people, they can each remember their own card without writing it down. Spectator number 2, look at your cards. What card would you like? Spectator number 2 wants the King of Hearts, so he mixes up the cards. And spectator number 2 writes down the King of Hearts. Spectator number 3 looks at his cards and says, I have 2 pair. Now looks at his cards and says, I want the 8 of diamonds. So he mixes up the cards, and spectator number 3 writes down the 8 of diamonds. Spectator number 4 looks at his cards and says, I want the ace of hearts. Of course, he's not saying this out loud to you, just memorizing the ace of hearts, writing it down. So spectator number 4 writes down the ace. I'm going to draw a heart. The ace of hearts, AH. And spectator number 5 looks at his cards and decides he wants the jack of hearts. So he mixes up his cards, and spectator number 5 wants the jack of hearts. Okay, so now there are all the selections. We ask the spectators to mix their cards again, make sure that they're happy, that tell them there's no possible way we could know what card they're thinking about, because each one of these piles has 5 cards and they're all thinking of a different card. There's no way we could possibly know that. Now we have one spectator point to the piles they'd like us to pick up one at a time. This is important because when we want to pick them up one at a time and stack them in the order that they say. So we could pick up this one, then this one, then this one, then this one, and then this one. Now we're going to deal the cards out in 5 cards. As long as we're dealing one set of 5 at a time, we can put them anywhere. We can go diagonally. Next time we can go around in the corners, right in the center. Next time we can just go like this. And then the last time we could just go just like this. So the spectator can decide how we deal the cards out. So now the cards are really mixed up. And once again, we can have them tell us how they want us to stack them. This one on top of this one, on top of this one, on top of this one, and on top of this one. And now we ask the spectator to give the cards a cut. They could cut the cards anywhere they want and complete the cut. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take off 5 cards off the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're not going to reverse the order. We're just going to flip them over and spread them out. So there's the first set of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to flip them over, and there's the second set of 5 cards right there. and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll spread those out right there. There's the third set of 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right over here is the fourth set of 5 cards. And right over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the fifth set of 5 cards. Okay. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to ask the spectator number 1. Spectator number 1, what pile do you see your card in? Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look for our first key card, the 2 of hearts. We're going to spot the 2 of hearts is second from the top. So whatever pile they tell us that their card is in, it's going to be second from the top. So their card, spectator number 1's card, was the 9 of spades. They're going to see the 9 of spades in this pile. As soon as they tell us their card is in this pile, we're going to say your card is the 9 of spades, second from the top. The second spectator, his card was the King of Hearts. Our second key card is the 4 of Hearts. We spot the 4 of Hearts is on the bottom. We ask them what pile their card is in. Here's the King of Hearts right here. They tell us their card is in this pile, and immediately we know that it's the King of Hearts because our second key card was on the bottom. The third spectator's card was the 8 of Diamonds. We're looking for our third key card, the 6 of Hearts. It's second up from the bottom, and they tell us that they see the 8 of Diamonds right here in this pile, and the card second up from the bottom is the 8 of Diamonds, so we know that that's their card. The fourth spectator's card is the Ace of Hearts. We're looking for our fourth key card, the 8 of Hearts. The 8 of Hearts is on the top of this pile. They tell us their card is in this pile, so we know that their card is the top card, the Ace of Hearts. And the fifth spectator's card is the Jack of Hearts. We're looking for our fifth key card, the 10 of Hearts. The 10 of Hearts is smack in the middle of this pile, and they tell us that the Jack of Hearts, or they tell us their card is in this pile, and the card smack in the middle of this pile is the Jack of Hearts, and we know that their card is the Jack of Hearts. Now, if they should happen to select the 2, 4, 6, 8, or 10 of Hearts, and they tell us that their card is in this pile, then that's the card that they selected. It will be the card, the 2, 4, 6, one of our key cards. If that's the pile they point to, then that'll be the card they selected. This is an ingenious trick. It will have people completely baffled. It will amaze people because how did you do it? How did you get all 5 cards right? I'm amazed. I think it's a brilliant card trick. Let me know what you guys think. That's it. Thank you, Zach Close Up Magic. Everybody check out and subscribe to Zach Close Up Magic. That's it. I'll see you next time.